Welcome to the Zoltas 7.0 user training video. This video is designed for those that are familiar with MXIE but want to see some of the new changes and enhancements to Zoltas 7.0. So let's get started. One of the first things that you'll see is the general layout is fairly similar. You will find up here, you'll find a new search tool that's been added. This is a quick dialer or a quick search, so if you simply start typing someone's name or extension number, it will come up with those that are matches and available for that, and then you can simply just click to be able to call that extension. So that's a nice enhancement to the system, to be able to just quickly dial and hit those extensions. The other presence note and statuses and so forth are available, but let me show you some of the cool new features that have been added. One of the biggest ones is before, for example, with park calls, you were able to pull up park calls and view the park call list in the parking lot. What's now been changed is if you click on these windows and move them to different sections, you can actually customize the view of your screen. So if you want to see park calls on the left side, on the top, on the bottom, and so forth, or over here, my favorite is actually to dock it over here on the right hand side, and then that window will now stay open, so you can view those park calls anytime somebody's in that parking lot. So that's probably one of the biggest and probably my favorite enhancement into 7.0 is the ability to see park calls live view straight into that full time. In addition, so then we can add a lot of these other fields as well. So for example, if we want to take the call log and rather than just pull it up like this, again, wherever you want to put it, you can choose where you want to locate that. I kind of like it down here, so in this section you can either separate it, or if you just drag it onto this section with the buddies, I'm just going to create an additional tab, and now I just have a series of tabs. Same thing with voicemail. I'm just going to drag it over here. I like this view and the ability to just indicate that in there, and also with the address book. You can take your address book, once again separate, put it wherever you'd like. So there's all kinds of different custom layouts and configurations. This is the one that I prefer and what I like to use. But obviously you can set it up this layout in any design that you choose and whatever best meets your individual needs. So those are some of the new functions and capabilities of 7.0. Let me step in and show you a couple other things. Zoltas also added some supervisor capabilities into the new Super View. If you go to Supervisor and hit Super View, this is the screen that you're normally used to seeing. What they've added now is the ability for you to customize this screen as well. If you right click, you'll see all the available fields. Then you have the ability to go in and choose which fields that you want to see and make available. Some people have felt like all of this information maybe isn't critical to your specific team, so you can go in and say, okay, well, I don't really need to see active calls, available status, or some of these different statuses, callback requests, and so forth. We don't use those. So within each section, you have the ability to right-click and simply customize which views and which fields that you have available, so that those are much more simpler and easier for you to be able to understand and use. So this has been just a quick overview of some of the new functions and features in 7.0.